Hello, this is Lori Michelle, the Moshiach, with commentary. Humanity's insatiable desire to hate. Prepare for World War III. That's what this commentary is about. I thought a lot about doing a life lesson about hatred and humanity's desire to hate versus God's desire to love. And he says, I will need to do a life lesson about that. But he wanted me today to talk about my view of the world and humanity and how I see everyone has an insatiable desire to hate. The desire to hate is our undoing. And it comes from ego, which is the open door to the evil inclination that's available to everybody to choose in any moment. If you've read my book and you listen to me, you know what I'm talking about. If you've just stumbled upon this video, you're likely not even to listen to me. Most people skip past this and say, oh, yeah, right, nut job. Old grandma, go home, go get a life. I've had that said to me, and it doesn't offend me. It doesn't make me hate anyone. I don't hate anyone. And he wants me to talk about my inclination to love and humanity's inclination to hate, and how you must prepare for World War III, which he tells me is imminent. World War III is just a term. Oh, there's going to be a nuclear war. It's just a term. You're all too comfortable in the middle of hell. Some of you are starting to get agitated. You feel like you're at the end of your rope. The world is spinning out of control. Everybody's crazy, but you're not crazy. Because you see everybody's crazy, so you know you're not crazy. You know. And I'm sorry, but I need to be the one to inform you that you really don't know. I know because he tells me. In any moment, I scratch my head and I ask him, they're all crazy, Hashem. Am I crazy too? And he said, no. He said, you're the one who's here to set the record straight and help everyone become sane, human. Humanity has this insatiable desire to hate. And that includes you, whoever you are, no matter how loving and wonderful you are. And there's a bunch of you out there that are so wonderful and loving most of the time, but you still have this desire to take someone else down, to defend yourself, to get insulted. Do you get insulted? Can someone insult you? Do you feel a pinch when someone says something insulting like, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're old? Do you feel insulted? Do you feel like you're diminished somehow? That is the open door for you to fight back and hate and resent. And that's the seed of hatred. I don't go there. You can't insult me. And you know what that does to people my entire life? It enrages people. They can't take me down. I'm unflappable. I can't understand it. So I'm going to give you a few examples throughout my life how I didn't know that I was that weird. I am weird, but he says, he just said bizarrely good. And I don't know that. I really don't know that. But I'm supposed to explain to you how I've thought my whole life and how I think now. He wants to give 3 examples. 4 years old. I was playing with a little girl, 4 years old. I remember it like yesterday. I can remember my first steps. And don't tell me I can't, because I do. I remember taking my first steps and falling. But fast forward, 4 years old, I remember this little girl. I know her name, first and last name. I won't say it in case she's out there listening. He said, maybe. She had a temper tantrum. She sat up in her bed and started throwing toys. And I backed off and I hid in a corner so I wouldn't get hit by a toy. And I was horrified watching her scream and cry and yell and throw toys. At 4 years old, I watched this spectacle and I thought, wow, why is she doing this? And her older sister took me home. And a few days later, her older sister came to me and said, Lori, she wants to play. Will you come over today? She's really, really sorry about the other day. I said, no. She said, why? Please forgive her. She's so sorry. She really wants to be your friend. I said, no, I'm not interested. So was I a tough-nosed little 4-year-old that I didn't feel for this girl? I didn't want to deal. At 4 years old, I had a 3-word mantra that I used to say that I remember as early as 4 years old that I taught myself. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I said it to my mother. I said it to my brother. I said it to people, but what was I really saying at 4 years old? I don't want to deal with your evil inclination. People would look at me funny and raise their eyebrow and talk to me in a cross voice or call me a name. And I would cry and I would say, leave me alone. What was I really saying? I was saying, it's not my fault. I did nothing wrong. Why are you calling me a name? What is in this for you? I didn't go back at them and call them a name. I said, leave me alone. And I'd walk away. So I started to get a reputation. Lori's too sensitive. Lori cries. Lori's moody. That's what happened until I got older and I decided I needed to get along in this world with the evil inclination and all the haters. And you're one of them. I'm sorry. I love you, many of you. I love many people who are mostly loving, but every once in a while, you have the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, and you want to take me down too. Maybe not me, but someone else. Someone else called you a name. Oh, you think I'm that? Well, you take this one. You're not so great. If you were so great, yada, 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 Aunt Sally wouldn't hate you too. Now Aunt Sally's in the room? Oh my God, what's going on here? Y'all do it. You all do it without exception. I'm promising you, I'm telling you this because not because I hate you, because you need to know that you all have this insatiable desire to take someone down in any moment. In any moment, and I don't have it. It's not about me. Leave me alone. Go away. But I learned. I got older and smarter, and so I decided to get around the screws, the world of screws, the haters. And you're all haters in a moment. And I got along with you. How did I do it? Because you're not hateful in every moment, so I'd be your pal. And when that evil inclination lurked, I shrugged it off. It's not about me. Love you. I'm going to just forget about that. Brush it off my shoulders. Smile anyway. When I was working in New York City, I was one of the top salespeople in the country in short order. I learned how to get along. Everybody seemed to like me. Everybody wanted to buy from me. I learned how to get along. And someone in the office, I'll never forget it. I remember where I was standing by the elevator leaving work that day. She said to me, Lori, you're somebody that you just want to hate, but you make it completely impossible. I looked at her, I said, are you for real? She said, yeah. You are someone you just want to hate and you make it impossible. I can't hate you. I was like, okay, I guess that's good. I'm glad you don't hate me. And I smiled and left, but I never forgot it. Why do you want to hate me? Why did she want to hate me? Why do you want to hate anyone? And you might be thinking right now, that's not me. That's not true. But I promise you, I could show it to you. I could show it to you. We could come together someday, and he says we will, and I could show it in you. Are you brave enough to look? Because you're going to need to. Because I promise you, he says and shows me World War III is imminent. He says to prepare. How do you prepare for World War III? What are you going to do for World War III? You're not in the army. You're not a political leader. What are you going to do to bring world peace? And I have the answer for you. I am the only person, he says yes, in the whole world that has a plan to bring us together and bring world peace. So how is that going to happen? You need to start, some of you have, and reading what's wrong. Why do you want to hate? Why do you want to take me down? I don't even want to be Moshiach. He says I'm Moshiach. Just call me Lord. I don't care if you believe I'm Moshiach. Read what's wrong. Read how you think differently than me. Well, why is it about you after all? That's hate. If you're twisting my words around and you're saying, she makes it all about herself, it's not me doing that. It's your desire to hate me and make me wrong when I am correct. I desire to give you everything. What do you desire to give to me? What am I asking you for? What have I ever asked any of you for? Nothing. I've asked you to let me give to you. And most of you have said, nut job, ha ha ha, go get a life. A rabbi told me to go get a life. Well, someday, Rabbi, I hope you thank me for never quitting on you. I'm not quitting. I desire to love all of you and give you the answers you need right now. Why do you want to hate anyone? And you certainly do. You may not desire it in this moment. Maybe you do. Maybe you hate my guts right now. And I would say to you, why would you hate anyone who's bent and determined to make this world better, even if you don't agree with me? Why? What is in it for you to hate? You need to examine that because you all do it. It just depends on the day and the time. Someone's going to press that button and you're going to put up your dukes and defend yourself. That's the inclination to hate. I'm separate from you. I'm going to beat you down. You're wrong. I'm right. Hatred. He said I did enough today, and that's my commentary. This intense desire to hate is our undoing. All you have to do is look at social media and look at the comment threads. You all are doing it. You just don't do it all the time. Some of you are truly loving. I'm not disparaging you. I'm helping you. I'm telling you the truth. And he says World War III is imminent and it must happen because most of humanity is just too comfortable hating each other. And that's why we need it. He just said, among other reasons. God bless you. I hope you'll finally listen, prepare for World War III and learn what's wrong and start working on it. And the warning to you, if you listen to me, if you're listening to me, is this work of working on yourself and working on being loving in every moment is eternal. It's lifelong. So you don't arrive. You don't arrive and say, oh, I'm just so good as I came. And then you're evil. You see what I mean? Let's get to work, people. God bless you. I don't want anything from you. I want everything for you. God bless you.